Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Are you psyched or what? I just wish I could be there to see when he gets down on one knee. Oh my God, it's Kate.
Oh my God! I think this is the best introduction that I have ever had. We've all heard those offensive jokes talking about how dumb blondes are. Well, that's at the core of Legally Blonde, the musical from the senior theater musical production of Arts Alive. I love these guys. Oh my God! Oh my God!
On today's show, the RCMP musical ride captured on canvas, still looking for the man who attacked a jogger at Westwood Lake, and history, politics, and culture carved from wood today on Go. To be politically correct, we would be saying, oh my gosh. Before we get into Legally Blonde, the musical, we're going to take a musical ride with the RCMP in anticipation of them coming to the central Vancouver Island area early next month. Rayanne LaPlante spent some time with an artist in Coombs who has become a part of the tradition.
There she is!
The RCMP musical ride takes place on August 3rd with two shows, 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. and then again on August the 4th, which I believe is a Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that all takes place at the Arbutus Meadows Equestrian Center. Partial proceeds from each of Joan's paintings go to benefit the RCMP's foundation that provides funding to Canada's at-risk youth. You are watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. On the surface, Legally Blonde seems like a bit of a ditzy, light-hearted story without any real kind of meat and maybe very shallow in content, but that's not actually true. Alex Goldman is the co-director of Arts Alive's production of Legally Blonde, the musical.
Yes.
What is the takeaway for because the girls here are 12 to 16, 17 years old?
And you're exactly right, Kate. On the surface, it does come across as a puff piece just about girls in pink dresses with blonde hair. But the underlying message is that women, no matter what they look like, they are strong, they are independent, and they can do whatever they set their mind to.
Oh, and that's an inspiring message. I just got little goosebumps, I think. Was there any discussion about the appropriateness of this content for 12-year-olds, really?
Yes, these kids are fairly young, but the musical, it has a good message like we just spoke about. So the kind of mild inappropriateness of like the sorority girl language is overshadowed by the underlying message, and it is a good story that is good for any age.
And there was some discussion around how what's appropriate maybe on stage, they don't want to be taken out into their real lives.
Exactly. You know, this is theater, and theater does not necessarily mimic real life.
Woo, thank gosh for that. Thank you. We're going to come back and talk to Alex once more on this edition of Go Island to find out a little bit more about Arts Alive and how perhaps that was the inspiration of her own career path. First, though, we're heading to Westwood Lake. We're still looking for, well, someone who doesn't know what's appropriate in real life. It's another edition of Crime Stoppers. Still ahead today on Go Island, living with autism, a mother shares her journey and a road trip to Punk Hollow in Squamish. That and more still to come today on Go. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. The lead role in Legally Blonde is played by 17-year-old Melissa Kahn. Her character's name is Elle. The first thing I notice is you're not a blonde.
Yeah, we are currently finding a hair person to consult with and hopefully get it done this week. I'm no stranger to getting my hair done. I've gone quite a few crazy colors and for shows as well, so it's...
And you've done a lot of shows.
Yes.
What kind of shows have you done and how have they prepared you for this role?
Well, it's funny because I find I have almost two set characters, and I have my light character and my dark character, and my...
Do you mean hair or personality?
I mean personality.
Okay.
Like, Elle is definitely a light character, and I've played other dark characters such as Anita in West Side Story, and we wrote a student-written play, and it was called Comatose, and I played the archetype The Shadow, which was also a very dark character. And I've played lighter characters such as Molly in Annie, and I was the Dormouse in the Panto's Alice in Pantoland, which was very fun.
Is this a career for you? Are you pursuing this as your livelihood?
I would definitely love to. I would love to do something in the arts, voiceovers, musical theater, singing, film acting. There's been many ideas, but just something because it's what I love.
I think it runs in her family too. I don't know if you're familiar with Dan Kahn. We see him here on the channel sometime. That's her uncle. What about Arts Alive? How does that summer program for theater and arts help you pursue and learn and develop in what you want to do?
Well, it's amazing because I've only been here for, I think, like 3 days, and I already feel like family because I missed the first couple of days because I was away on vacation, but everybody here is just so supportive and so friendly, and it's like you're never like, oh, I don't want to be here. It's so much fun. It's just such a great environment, and yeah, being on stage all the time definitely is fun.
Excellent, thank you. Melissa Kahn in the lead role of Elle in Legally Blonde, the musical. It plays at the Bailey Studio on Rosstown Road at the end of the month. We'll give you more details on that. But we're switching gears entirely now, handing things over to Jocelyn Matwee for a look into the day in the life of a mother who has a child with autism. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Legally Blonde could not be what it is without a lead male role. That is filled by Taylor Johnstone. No relation to Derek Johnstone behind the camera, although I did have to check. How long have you been doing Arts Alive?
This will be my 4th year.
And your first year in a lead role?
Yes, ever.
Ever. Are you nervous, or is that a big pressure, a big deal for you?
It is and it isn't, because Legally Blonde kind of is the Elle Woods show, you know, all about her journey, and there's a lot of supporting lead roles in it, but, you know, there's always that pressure of, oh, gotta get the lines, gotta get all the songs, and, you know, have the chemistry, so it is and it isn't. There's pros and cons, but manageable.
We've talked in this edition of Go Island about how, on the surface, Legally Blonde might seem a bit poofy or a bit ditzy without a real serious take-home message. What role does your character play in putting some meat to the message of this story?
I would say that my character Emmett is really there to support Elle and help her see, you know, what she has inside of her intrinsic capabilities, you know? Because all the time she's, you know, sad about not being able to find her love, but really she has this great opportunity, and all she has to do is learn how to work hard towards it. And so he's really just helping the show flow in that he really just, you know...
Is he a good guy?
Yes.
He's a good guy. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yes. And are you a singer before this? Okay. Is this a pursuit of a career for you?
Yes, very much so.
Where would you like to be in 10 years from now?
Making a stable career working in musical theater.
Yeah, excellent. Well, from what we've seen today and what we've heard, I think you've got a pretty good shot.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can see Taylor on stage July 26th, 27th, and 28th at the Bailey Studio on Rosstown Road. We're going to throw things over now to Port Alberni. Good art, no matter how contemporary, is informed by the world around it, by history, by politics, by culture, and nowhere is that more prevalent than in First Nations art. Nancy Wilmot looks deeper into that. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Legally Blonde is a production of the Senior Musical Theater Program at Arts Alive. What is Arts Alive? Well, perhaps that was an inspiration for Alex Goldman to pursue a career in theater. You started at Arts Alive when you were 7 years old?
Yes, my first production was right here on the Dover stage. In fact, I fell off during a rehearsal and broke my arm.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, but I mean, I came back and continued to do Arts Alive for many, many years, so I caught the bug from it, I suppose. Arts Alive is a wonderful program with many different programs for kids to be involved in all sorts of arts programs. And yeah, this year, this is Senior Musical Theater, and we're working very hard to put on a show for you guys, and it's a great way for kids to be involved in the arts.
And it's not just about the performance art. I know there's lots of the painting and drawing, more hands-on fabric arts for all ages, preschool, kindergarten, right the way up to late teens. You're actually living in Quebec, and you've come back to teach this course?
I grew up in Nanaimo and went to school at Dover Bay High School, and now, because of Arts Alive and my experience in there, I'm at Concordia University in my final year of a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting.
And how's that going?
It's going very well, and I'm very excited to be back directing this musical with Mel.
What's it like, I can't resist asking, what's it like to be on this side of the table as a teacher? You use the phrase herding cats a little.
Well, it's very different. These are kids, they're fresh out of school for the summer, so they're obviously very excited, and it's hard work to harness that enthusiasm, but when we can, it makes for a wonderful, wonderful show.
Excellent. We're going to tell you how you can experience the result of all the hard work. The production runs at the Bailey Theater July 26th, 27th, and 28th. We'll give you more details after a road trip to Squamish. We're going to play some mini golf. Oh my gosh, Legally Blonde plays at the Bailey Studio on Rosstown Road, July 26th, 27th, a 7 p.m. showtime with 2 p.m. matinees on the 27th and 28th. Take it away, Elle. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go.
Let's go hoping for someone right. If there ever was a perfect couple, this one qualifies. 'Cause we love you guys.
No, I love you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, oh my God. You guys.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.